Alright guys, this is Levi coming to you from our beautiful little riverside in Hoi An. So I'm still off in Australia. There'll be a video of him cut in between me and myself talking, so we'll sort that out. You'll see him as well. We've got our tips for round number 23 of the NRL.
This is Simon from Three Dragons Sports Bar in Hoi An, coming to you from Agnes Waters in beautiful Queensland. Give me my tips for round 23 of the NRL.
Starting things off Thursday night, Roosters against Manly. I think picking Sea Eagles in this one pretty convincingly. I think the Roosters are pretty much done.
Roosters were strong in the first half against the Broncos. I think if they can keep that up, they might beat the Sea Eagles in this one. So I'm going to tip the Roosters, I think.
Then Friday night, pretty interesting one. Titans against the Warriors to start things off. Titans coming off a good win over the Cowboys. Warriors coming off the bye. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think I'm going to pick the Warriors in that one. Then
Titans got a good win and upset the Cowboys. Destroyed my perfect round from last week. I'm going to tip the Warriors because they're looking really good and you know they're going to solidify their top 4 position, I think.
We got what might be the game of the round in Penrith taking on the Storm. Two really good teams. I think Panthers should be strong enough to get a win in that one, but going to be a close game.
Second game, we've got Panthers up against the Storm on the Friday night. Panthers looking good. Got to pick the Panthers, you know, even though Storm are pretty solid, but yeah, I think the Panthers in this one.
Saturday we got the Queensland Derby, the original one. Cowboys up against the Broncos. Tough game, both teams going pretty well. I think the Broncos are going to be too strong and we'll get a close win, but that one again, close game.
Go Broncos, doing well. Love your work. Second game,
we've got the Dolphins up against the Knights. Dolphins coming off a tough loss against my doggies, which they made a few mistakes. Probably should have won the game anyway, but I'll take it. Knights playing pretty good footy recently, so I think even though it's up in Queensland, I think I'm going to pick the Knights in this one. The Knights making a late charge for a potential finest spot.
Dolphins unlucky to get some wins lately. Knights looking good. I'm going to pick the Knights to sneak into the 8 off the back of this game. Then we've got the
Bunnies up against the Sharks. Bunnies pretty much back to full strength. Sharks, yeah, being Sharks. In theory, the Bunnies are still outside of the top 8, so the Sharks should beat them, but I think no way. I think the Bunnies will get up in that one, and the Sharks will keep their drop down the ladder. Then
Rabbits doing well, doing pretty well anyway, and the Sharks can't beat a top 8 team, so yeah, it's a pretty easy pick for me. I'm going to tip the Rabbits in this one. Then
the last 2 games of the round, we got Eels coming off a bye up against the Dragons. I think the Eels are going to be too strong and get a win in that one. And then the Raiders up
Unfortunately,
against...
I can't tip the Dragons still. I think the Eels are going to get a win here and they're going to try to make the 8 off the back of this one.
Tigers, good timing for the Raiders to play below the Tigers. They definitely need a win to solidify themselves in the 8. So I think the Raiders at home should win that one and cement themselves around that 5 to 6 spot.
And then we're going to finish the rounds games. We got Raiders against the Tigers. Raiders at home. I think the Raiders might get a win here.
There you have it. That's my tips for this round. I'll see you next week.